of January 20th, 2026 at 7:05. Will you join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Sharon?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board, when speaking, please move close to your microphone to ensure you are heard clearly for the YouTube streaming. And I request that citizens who speak to adjust the height and stand close to their microphone. We have 2 sets of minutes to approve. Are there any changes to the minutes to the regular board meeting of December 16th, 2025?
I have none.
I had none.
I have none.
Well, then I will make the motion to approve the December 16th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. It's moved and seconded to approve the regular board meeting of December 16th, 2025 minutes. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Are there any changes to the minutes to the special board meeting that was related to the budget working session on January 13th, 2025? Hearing none, I will make the motion to approve the January 13th, 2025 special board meeting related to the budget working session. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. It's moved and seconded to approve the special board meeting of January 13th, 2025. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Just for clarification, it was 2026.
26, correct.
2026, just
Hey.
making sure we're approving the right thing.
What's one number?
That's a big
All
deal.
right, great, thank you. All right, let's see.
Does it go in the paper just like this, Mary, when you send it over there?
Well,
Same
once,
format and everything?
except for it won't say draft, it'll say approved.
Okay.
Once I send it
I'm
over.
going to talk to you about something
Okay.
afterwards.
All right, next item, correspondence and announcements.
I have none.
All right. Approval of the agenda content. I have one item, item number 9, to be removed due to our needing to do a clarification of the road work that was proposed by Antrim County Road Commission. Any other changes?
Thank you. I have none.
All right. I will make the motion that the agenda be accepted as presented with changes. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. It is moved and seconded that the agenda is accepted as presented with changes. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, board. Moving on to the consent, let's see, we have citizen comment. I almost missed that, didn't I? Do we have any comments?
No.
All right. Those comments would have had to have been related to the agenda.
Correct.
All right, then we'll move to the consent agenda. Is any part of the report wish to be pulled?
I have none.
Hearing none, therefore all reports are accepted by consent. The next item is special reports. Andy, Planning Commission update.
We did not have a January meeting. The next meeting is February 11th, where we will continue the planning process for the master plan.
For the master plan.
Master plan and the, as a subcomponent, the Parks and Rec plan as well.
All righty. Thank you. Well, let's see.
FOIA.
Anything, Mary?
Not me specifically. We did get a FOIA request for our assessment role, wasn't it, Sharon? Sharon
I don't know if
responded
you can
that
call
you,
it FOIA, but they requested every
That's,
year.
that's every year they.
but they put
ask.
FOIA on there, so she
All right.
responded and gave them what they were allowed to have.
All right. I'll do a real quick financial overview. Sharon is still working pretty hard on processing tax payments. The general fund was 9,000 unfavorable to budget as revenues were slightly lower and expenses were higher by 39,000. Expenses reflected 8 cost centers that were under budget for 46,000 and 10 cost centers which were over budget by 93. Details can be found online in the special report financial section, line item details file. As mentioned in my previous reports, the fire fund was still negative due to the unbudgeted down payment for the new fire pumper truck and some capital improvement done at the 2 fire stations. Tax collections also came in under budget for the month of December. The ambulance fund was unfavorable due to revenue below budget by 210,000, while expenses were slightly below budget. The 210,000 was made up of tax collections and lower run fees. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to call me or the clerk's office. Moving to the next item, old business, we have none. New business, we have 8 items. Item number 1 is the poverty exemption income guidelines. Sharon, would you lead us through that?
I'll just give you a quick little snippet of what that means. You can probably reading all the other townships with all their budget or all their minutes have already passed them along the way. Department of Treasury Bulletin 15 of 2025. The federal poverty guidelines used in the determination of poverty exemptions for 2026. Local governing bodies, which is the township boards, are required to adopt guidelines that establish income levels for poverty exemptions. These income levels shall not be set lower than the federal poverty guidelines, which are updated annually by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The following federal poverty exemption guidelines for 2026 are in the new updated resolution of 2026-01, which is in your packet. And those were confirmed when I went to the state class this past week and pulled it out and verified it with Amy. So is there any questions on that?
I don't know, we go through this every year, so
Yes, we do.
it's
And
standard.
those numbers that you see in the middle of your page where it says size of family poverty guidelines, that is what is updated every year with the Department of by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
All right,
We can't go lower than what they project. So with that, I make the motion to approve resolution for poverty exemption income guidelines and asset test, resolution 2026-01.
I'll second that. Any discussion, board? Then would you reread the motion again, Sharon?
A motion to approve the resolution 2026-01 related to the adoption of for poverty exemption income guidelines and asset test for 2026.
All right, board, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Mary, roll call vote, please.
Sharon,
Yes.
Mary, yes. Andy,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
I will make sure that the assessor gets this in her file for the upcoming audit this year for Antrim County.
All right. All right, board. We held the budget meeting on the 13th. The critical area was establishing township pay schedule. We do this every year. The discussion ranged between an increase for the township employees of 3.5 to 4%. We had discussion at that time. I'm going to open it up for further discussion. We have to choose one.
I just wanted to ask, clarify, the
Yep.
4% across the board that the county voted in, that you said that was for 3 years, correct?
That is their union contract, is correct.
So that's 3 years.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, does that cover all employees except elected employees?
I think the elected officials are separate, right? They're all done on a separate basis, but the union contracted people is in a different contract. That's what I explained to you that the other night. And Jairus can back me up on that, correct? Yeah.
It's fine. Jairus, as long as you're representing the county side, did they vote on an increase for non-union workers?
Yes, so every year that I've been a commissioner, if the union gets 4%, we've given the electeds and the unrepresented, we call it, the same as what the union got, because no one in the county has a real desire for there to be more people to join the union. And if you get less than the union, then why wouldn't you join the union, right?
Got it. Great, thank you.
And then you got to consider those union workers, they have union dues taken out, which is probably that 0.5% difference. But did you want to start a discussion?
I asked for it.
Okay. I'm going to propose a 3.5% increase. And that's how I feel through this.
You're supporting.
I'm
the 3.5.
supporting 3.5%. That's where I stand at this time. The board can make their decision along the way here.
Yeah, normally I would say we do the 4% like the county, but since it's a 3-year deal, I'm going to go with Sharon at 3.5%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sharon. 3.5.
Can you explain one more time the terms of the three? So what we're pushing for, or not pushing for, what we're discussing now would be what would be going forward for the next 3 years?
No,
Just 1 year.
Just 1 year. Yeah.
And in the feeling about making it 3.5 versus 4, what's the primary, even though the county did 4, I'm just curious what people's thoughts are around that.
that's how I feel. I feel that we quite often follow the county. The county was lower than the 4% than when we had 3.5 last year. I think they were at 3, and so they've just kind of come up through the years, but we've kind of stayed pretty stable. I mean, there's rationale in between there, and I think to my constituents, I think 3.5 is reasonable and fair, and that's what I support. I don't know about anybody else, but
I came in more biased towards 4%. Either 3.5 or 4 I felt good with. I was leaning more towards 4 because I was looking at the consumer price indices and so forth, and actually the rate of inflation for the state of Michigan, at least for 2025, was a little less than that, was like the 2.5% range, but you could find data to back just about anything. Felt like it was increasing more towards the tail. My general view is that prices in general continue to go up, and it's just, when I think of first responders, when I think of people that are, doing the work to support this community, certainly more work than what I'm doing as a trustee. I feel that just to make sure that everybody's getting well taken care of. So I had a bias towards the 4% there, but I don't feel that strongly about it. I could support 3.5 as well.
That 4% with the county, it went up 4% and then so it stays the same for the next 3 years, or does it go up 4% for the next 3,
it stays the same.
for 3 years?
No, it doesn't.
The
It goes up
4% goes up. It stays at 4% a raise.
For each of the
for
next
each
3
of the
years?
Next 3 years.
Mhm.
Oh. That changes my way of thinking.
Well, there's,
I mean, we don't have to follow the county. We kind of up and in and out sometimes with the county. We've been higher than the county many times. We've not, so much being lower than county, but there has been many years that we've been higher. So that's up to the board to decide.
so here was my thought. If you look at the pay card, there are only really 4 people that are going to benefit from either one of those rates per se. Everybody else is an hourly person. And my feeling is, given the cost of living in this area, that for those people, and you can read down through there, there's got to be at least 20 different positions in there, that the 4% benefits our people the most. And then I did the calculation between what the actual 3.5% increase would be and what the difference with a 4% increase. And it came out for us to be about $175 a year. So I am leaning towards the 4%, not that it has a significant impact on me, but it has a significant impact on all these other people, especially our firefighters and our ambulance people. And they make up the preponderance of the people that we pay in this township. So I'm at the 4% level for those reasons.
And I'm also looking at the recommendation from the fire or the ambulance director, where he was pretty adamant about 3.5%. So,
Well, he has an opinion.
right. And I look at our budget too. So it's, yeah.
All right.
It's not my first rodeo on all this.
All right, board, then I will make the motion to accept the Torch Lake Township 2026, 2027 pay rate schedule as presented with a 4% option. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, then I will reread the motion. The motion has been moved and seconded to accept the Torch Lake Township 2026, 2027 pay rate of 4% schedule as presented. Mary, a roll call vote, please.
Jason,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes?
Sharon,
No,
Andy,
Yes.
Mary, no.
Okay, motion passes 3-2. Thank you, board. We now have to proceed with the 4 resolutions that will be presented at the Torch Lake Township Annual Meeting on March 11th, 2025 for the citizens' consideration of the salaries for the township's elected officials. I've always touched base with the township attorney, and based on our reaching decisions by consensus on the following 4 items, each member of the board may vote on each item. So first item, will someone make the motion to approve Resolution 2026-3 for the supervisor salary for the fiscal year of 2026-27 at a rate of $36,600.
I will make the motion.
Thank you, Mary. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Jason. The motion has been made to approve Resolution 2026-03 for the supervisor salary for the fiscal year of 2026-27 at a rate per the rate schedule of 4%. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Mary, roll call vote, please.
Sharon,
Who made the second on that?
I did.
Jason,
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sharon,
I have to follow suit with my 3.5. I'm going to say no.
Mary, yes. Andy,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes. Motion passes 4-1. Item number 4. Will someone make the motion to approve Resolution 2026-04 for the clerk's salary for the fiscal year of 2026, 2027 at a rate of $36,600? Do I have a second?
Second.
May I ask for a motion? Sorry.
I
I'll
was
make
going to
them.
say, yeah. I didn't write this
You-
down.
Who made the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Now second. Motion has been made and seconded to approve resolution number 2026-04 for the clerk's salary for the fiscal year of 2026-2027 at a rate per the rate schedule of 4%, $36,600. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Mary, roll call vote.
Andy,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Sharon,
Pass, did he say?
he said
No, he
yes.
said
Yes.
Oh, I saw. I thought, I'll stay. I would say no.
Bob,
Yes.
Mary, yes.
The motion passes 4-1. Moving to item 6. Wait a minute. I missed one.
Item 5, you're up to now.
Yeah, you're on 5. Treasurer.
I will make the motion to 26-05, increasing the treasurer's salary. Let's see, per the rate card of 2026-27 at 4% for the amount of $36,600. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, who was that? Was that?
Jason,
Andy.
Andy.
Okay, sorry.
Mary, we'll need a roll call vote.
Mary, yes. Andy,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Sharon,
No.
Motion passes 4-1. Item number 6. Would someone make the motion to approve resolution 2026-06 for the trustee salary for the fiscal year of 26-27 at a rate of the schedule of $6,430. Do I have a second? Or, I'm sorry, a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you.
Did you,
Yeah, it's a little messed up. but-
yeah, you did said the 3.5% one.
3.5, I thought was 6210.
4 would be 6460.
460.
6460, all right. Thank you.
Come on now.
Hey, do the math guy.
Be shorting the trustees here.
Oh,
Going to the 3.
boy, they're the last guys I
I
want
would
to
say
show.
yes.
Somebody second?
Who made the motion?
I
I
did.
think we have to adjust the motion because, or I want to make sure it's clear.
So I will, let's see. The motion was to approve resolution 2026-06 for the trustee's salary for the fiscal year of 26-27 at a rate of the schedule of $6,460. So is there a motion to approve that?
I made the motion.
Okay, Mary, second,
I'll second.
Jason. Motion has been made and seconded to approve resolution 2026-06 for the trustee salary for the fiscal year of 2026-2027 at the pay rate schedule of $6,460. Mary, roll call vote, please.
Mary, yes. Andy,
Yes.
Jason.
Yes.
Bob,
Yes,
Sharon.
No,
thank you, board. I think our employees will be happy with that. Moving on to item number 7. Wait till we get to the board meeting in March. I think those 4 things, we got all kinds of stuff that goes on in March. Item number 7 is Kevin here. Kevin, 3 minutes.
Yes.
Introduce Zebulon for us.
Yeah, on 29th of December, a young man named Zebulon Buka approached me about joining the fire department. He had been previously at a couple of our training sessions a couple of years ago, and he didn't show up again. And he said that he felt at that time he was too young. He wanted to wait a couple of years. He's full-time employed right now. He had talked to his employer. The employer said that they would cooperate the best they can when he's in the area to answer fire calls. And so I'd like to have the board hire him on as a probationary firefighter. So he's shown an interest and he came to me and we did a background check and that came back clear.
Great. Any questions? Thank you, Kevin.
I'm going to have to make sure that I see him because his handwriting is atrocious. I can't even read it.
Yeah, I had an issue with that too.
I would never be able to put him in the payroll by looking at this.
I asked Kevin, I'm like, hey, is this guy all there? He's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, he's got the date on here, the 2024. Then he told me he applied a couple years ago.
Yeah. Well, I can't even read it, but
His handwriting is better than mine.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was going to say, that's why I type everything out.
his signature is this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they won't track him down.
You guys made fun of my signature too, so.
All right, so is there a motion to approve that hiring?
I'll make the motion.
All right, motion to approve the hiring of Zebulon Buka as firefighter probationary for Torch Lake Township Fire Department, effective November 19th at the rate of 16.05. Is there a second?
19th or 20th? Today's the 20th.
It's 20.
Let's make it, not yesterday, but
21st.
today. 21st, yes.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
I'm on the wrong page.
All right, thank you. And hopefully I didn't say November, did I? Nobody's listening.
Huh? Yeah, I
You
heard
know
November
Should
too.
be January.
Yeah. I looked at that and the whole thing was,
Well, that's what I get for copying the November meeting with the motion.
there it is.
All right, so the motion is to approve the hiring of Zebulon Buka as firefighter probationary for Torch Lake Township Fire Department effective January 21st, the rate of $16.05. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Mary, a roll call vote, please.
I'm sorry, who seconded that?
Andy?
I did.
Okay,
I made the motion.
yeah.
You made the motion.
Jason,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Sharon,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
Mary, yes.
Motion passes 5-0. Last item on the agenda. Mike Bertram has been testing the marketplace for the sale of our 2008 ambulance. It's our backup. We've received an offer of $25,000. You have in your document a promissory note with for $15,000 with the deposit. I believe it was 10. And I'm sure we've got some possible further negotiations, but as of right now, this is what's on the table. I've asked Mike to continue his search. He originally thought he could get 50, but I think he was highballing it with somebody. So this is, right now, this is the offer we have on the table. We have our new ambulance coming.
Today,
It's here. It got delivered
here.
today.
it came
Wow.
today. They wanted the check.
Wait.
We
$335,000.
got a check.
We had to get your checkbook out of the office.
Yeah, and I wasn't prepared for it.
Well, that's, Sharon.
I
That's-
had
that's the
hours
thing,
notice.
That's why we're not going to get as much interest. Remember? She
You
said at
always,
the meeting.
well, I know, at the meeting. You always have to be able to shuffle. the
We need to
feet when
communicate is
necessary.
what we need to do.
Well, I didn't find out till today either, so. Anyway, we've got that offer. The question is, do you want to hold off and try to find something better or take it? The group that's doing it is Lark Medical Transport, and they've, from the people I've talked to, they're a very reputable group. It's a new group out of Elk Rapids, and they do a lot of the transporting that ambulance services don't have time to do or don't have the wherewithal. So they're providing a great service to the community. We've taken care of our equipment. The item's 27, 28 years old. So with those considerations,
How long has he had on the marketplace? Like, how long have we tried selling it? Because he mentioned this at the last month's meeting.
yeah, he's been looking for, I would say probably 30 to 45 days would be my gut, Kevin. You're back there
Okay.
enough. I think he's searched local.
Have you had
People.
any other interest in it at all?
Excuse me.
He said something
Not
about
that I
Boyne
know.
City at the last meeting.
Maybe it was Boyne City that he was trying to
The
get
50.
some money out of.
I see he's got it valued between 16.5 and 38,000.
I talked to the guys, because, we can go back with a counter offer. I'm open for that, but
What's the general, been looking local, from the standpoint of putting back into local communities and stuff, I definitely get that argument and thought that's a good thing. On the flip side, if you're looking to just try to get as much as you can for it, obviously going national or even more regional, Midwest, you'd have to, maybe you would have to pay to get it there, or somebody would have to pay to come pick it up. But at the end of the day, I don't know what the marketplace is like for those. So I have no sense. I can only think of like a personal vehicle if you're trying to sell it.
okay.
Another question.
Yeah.
So they're putting $10,000 down, they have a 15,000.
No,
Does this ambulance stay here until they pay the whole thing off? Or are they going to be able to use it and still owe us 15,000?
Well, it looks like according to this, they'll have to pay it off by
The
the
February
1st
1.
of February.
Yeah, but if we haven't even agreed, they might want to push that. I don't know.
well, that would be the, if we go back and say, yeah, this is fine, we will put in there that we hold the ambulance till they make their second
Well,
payment.
absolutely. We're not a bank.
No, that's,
So,
Yeah, that's
for
what I
sure.
was,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's public, it's Torch Lake Townships, the
Absolutely.
auditor would have a screaming fit if we let it go without.
And we have to wait for our new ambulance to, I assume, to get
Well,
fully
it says-
tested and put in place as far as.
Oh, there's a lot of things to be
do.
done.
Yep. So this would have,
There's like a
don't lose this for a little while.
three-part series that we don't even have insurance on it yet. We got we got to go through the state, get it off of this ambulance, get it to the new one. We got to wait for the striker to come out and put that center gurney
Yeah.
cot thing in there. I think they're scheduled for tomorrow. Is that right? Kevin, is that?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I think that's already scheduled.
The new ambulance that came in today, the guy from Stryker was here already, and he took the cot out of the backup unit
Oh,
and put
I
it
thought it was
into the
coming
new
tomorrow.
ambulance today.
right, so that's
Okay, so it's
taken care of.
operational. We still have to change the equipment from the old unit back to the new unit in there. So if Lark takes this, they're going to have to get a cot and everything installed again and that. So we cannot use this new ambulance until we get everything on there, and then it has to be state inspected.
Right.
Okay, that's where we're sitting with that. In regards to that, that's either a 97 or 98 ambulance. I can't remember the year because the two older ones were close in thing. And it's getting close to 100,000 miles on that. And if he gives us I'm just saying $25,000 for that, I think that, my opinion, we probably should take it. That's just my opinion after, because I listen a lot to what's going on with the EMS department, trying to keep up with it on anything, so I can supply you with any answers. But I don't think that that's a bad offer, but that's up to you in final decision. That's just my opinion.
So the reality is, the backup ambulance right now is serviceable, but it doesn't have the regular cot in.
Yeah, our backup ambulance, we're only relying on our Alpha unit now.
Okay.
Okay, that's all we've got.
All right, so
So we got to
this
move fast.
transition is a transition that
Yes,
takes
it's
a little bit of time.
Yes, it does. And after all the equipment's transferred over, then we got to get the state to inspect it so we can get it out on the road.
All right, so the purpose of my asking that is, we're not going to be able to turn this over until
Right.
we're done with it.
Right.
And it could be longer than February
Yeah,
1st
it
to
might be
get.
March 1st,
Right.
yeah.
Right, so,
On page 2, could somebody clarify for me? On that first paragraph, under the VIN blank number, it says the vehicle shall serve as collateral for the note until the balance is paid in full. So that means we retain the vehicle until it's paid in full, correct?
I think so.
right,
And it says that they're not paying any interest, but it was going to be full payment by February 1st.
Mm-hmm.
that may have been a date that Mike gave him, that the ambulance would be available, but I think
Okay,
we should say that final payment upon delivery of the ambulance.
right.
Yeah.
It will be a process. It'll be probably a good month before we,
So we're down to
That's
one
extra.
ambulance for a month?
well, I don't want to say a month. It depends on how quick we get through the state and the inspections and.
But right now, we have one ambulance.
Well, we have the other ambulance. We can still use it. The
We-
cot's just not in there. I mean, we can pick up if we had to.
Okay.
I mean, we only operate one ambulance at a time anyway. The only reason that we wouldn't use that other one is if it was in an accident or unoperable. So knock on wood, we don't hope that. But if that's the case and we still have the other one, we can certainly use it.
Okay. I think we could probably agree on a price today, right?
Right, that's the idea, and the way I wrote the motion was, it was contingent on final negotiations, which would be the delivery date. At this point, I think that's the only item that we have open. So I will make the motion to accept the offer to purchase Torch Township 2008 ambulance by Lark Medical Transport. Should I say Torch Township #2 ambulance for full clarity?
No, well, no.
Okay. By Lark Medical Transport, Elk Rapids for $25,000 contingent on final negotiations between the parties.
I'll second that.
All right, thank you. It's been moved and seconded to accept the offer to purchase Torchlight Township 2008 ambulance by Life Medical Transport of Elk Rapids for $25,000 contingent on final negotiations between the parties. Any further discussion? If not, Mary, roll call vote, please.
Sharon,
Yes,
Mary, yes. Andy,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
so who will do that then, Bob? Are you going
Yeah.
to finish it up then?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I talked to the guy, he's really nice guy, and I think they found themselves a little niche in this marketplace because some of those transports can be quite valuable.
Yeah, I know the Clark family really well. They're doing a lot of good things. My sister works for him. She drives the van. She's picking people up at Meadow in Bel Air at 5:30 in the morning, taking them to Petoskey, taking them to Cadillac, taking them down to U of M.
And this is a good 4x4. This is a nice
Yeah.
vehicle. There's not very many big 4x4s all over in all the units around.
Mary, let me see your agenda.
We've always had the best.
The agenda,
Very minor
front page or just?
paperwork.
Well,
Right, board.
We've taken off 9, so
Mhm.
Let's go off 9, so we're moving to board discussion. There's nothing on there this time. Information only. Naguamaw, if that's the way you pronounce that crazy name, is coming to our township on January 29th at 6 PM. They have a significant update to present to the population. It's important information. It's an update on the process and where they're at. She would not provide me any of the show-stopping type notifications, so.
and that's a Saturday, correct?
It doesn't say, but
January 29th.
Oh, it's a Thursday?
so I promise.
I know they rented the room. Well, I was thinking Saturday for some reason. What is the time that says on there?
6 PM.
Oh, that's what it was. They needed
Yep.
somebody to get the key open, so.
So I think people that are interested in understanding what the engineers are saying as to the potential placement of the road may want to attend that meeting. And that's all I've got on that.
Okay.
Let's see. I think that concludes our agenda for citizen comment.
We're gonna go with Jairus Roofing.
Yeah, so I missed the last Central Lake Township meeting. I had a different meeting that night, but I was informed that Central Lake Township, for this year, their pay schedule is a 0% increase. Everyone is the same as they were last year. So just FYI. Last night at the Banks Township Board meeting, the board directed the Township Supervisor, Alex Bushman, to communicate with Mike Bertram and with Charlevoix Ambulance. Banks Township is part of Jordan Valley, and they've had numerous difficulties, financial hardships, and they're talking about specifically response times to Atwood. If you can imagine driving from East Jordan to Atwood, you don't just get there in a few minutes. So the discussion was a substation in Atwood, and the board asked the supervisor to specifically discuss with Torch Lake Township if we could have an agreement, if Banks Township could have some sort of an agreement with Torch Lake Township. Why would we build a substation when Torch Lake Township has a full ambulance right here, 4.5 miles away? Whatever it is. So it just FYI, there's communication. And the other big thing is about a year ago, Jordan Valley just about doubled their millage. And next week, they're voting to almost double it again. And there's a lot of taxpayers that aren't very happy about that. So that's a couple of pretty significant increases in 3.5 years' time. So they're just trying to figure out a way. I mean, number one top of mind is response time. And number two is cost, obviously. And I get the 911 report in Ellsworth, Banks Township. We have approximately 9 runs a month. So if you just figure Atwood, they don't break it down by just Atwood. It's broke down by township. But if you look at it via population, I'm guessing 2 or 3, probably 2, because the population center is Ellsworth. And goes off from there. Anyway, just so you know, they're looking at options and they want to communicate with you guys about how to move forward and in the best way.
Mike has given me a heads up on it.
I watched all their meetings and communicated also.
At our last county commissioner meeting, we had a public hearing on the Antrim County Parks and Recreation Plan. And there were some public there that had input, and most of it was pretty minor input, some typos and stuff. So we adopted the Parks and Rec Plan as amended. And so that allows Antrim County to apply for grants for the next, I think it's a 4 or 5 year plan.
Could you send me a copy of that?
Yeah, it's online, but sure, you bet.
Thanks.
How'd the survey go?
I think it's closed,
Right.
but I think they're still tabulating it because I have not
We
seen.
really pushed it.
Yeah.
And I pushed it to a lot of people, so I'm curious. to
I heard
know.
that participation was pretty good considering for the survey. So, yeah.
Okay.
Also, last night at Banks Township, they voted to expend basically all of their road millage for this coming year, $200,000 to fix half of Essex Road, contingent upon the road commission putting in the rest. And they don't know exactly what that is because they've asked for a quote and haven't gotten it, but they did have an estimate from a couple years ago. And the whole road is, I think it was 1.7 million at the time, but it's probably going to be close to 2 million at this time. And that's going to be pretty well contingent on if the road commission gets the money that the state budget has allocated. And that's pretty well contingent on the majority of that money comes from the marijuana tax. And when the marijuana people saw their tax go up by 3 times, they sued the state. And so it's in court whether or not the levy for the marijuana tax is going to go. If the road commission gets it, I think our road commission will stand to benefit around $3 million extra over last year. So it's substantial. I don't think I was here last month. We have definitely confirmed hemlock lock woolly adelgid at the Antrim Creek Natural Area, and it's pretty bad on the north side. And our part-time employee, Carl Veenstra, has been instructed to cut as many of the low-hanging branches of the hemlock as possible, because the last thing you want is people to be walking their dogs and rub their arms up against it. And yeah, other than that, I think I'm good.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Let's hear from Jemima.
Hello, my name is Jemima Rubin, and I'm from Banks Township, and I would like to read a poem called The Ice on the Pond by Olivia Davis. My brother and I, a comely pair, went frisking through the wintry air, to the pond to see what went on there. And what did we see through the sleeping trees? A sheet of new ice gleaming. To the dock we strode around, and on it stomped to hear the sound of cracking ice, and that we found, but something more. From yonder shore an echo it was seeming. Again we jumped, and ice was churning, and fainter sounds to us returning. My brother and I longed to be learning what they were, so to be sure we loped around to see. The sight from there confirmed the fact that much was changed by our impact. The shoreline was all broken, cracked, and all this was so changed because of a little jump from me. God took that time upon the ice, and through it gave me good advice, that even small deeds have great price, and how I act makes great impact, both near and far from me.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
I seen you and your siblings at the county in December with your whole family. That was awesome too.
But I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. And board, any comments from you? Hearing none. I move to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
7:55. Are you sure?